welcome to the first match of the evening. An exciting contest between Perth Longobarda and Perth Pumas FC. We'll just run through the lineups for Pumas. It's Darrow Lachlan wearing the number 6, Leon Gubbings wearing the number 9, Finley Alexander the number 5, Amar Jehel the number 19, Rory Wilkinson the number 25, Andrei Ignachenko the number 2, and Matt Stephenson the number 44. And for Longobarda, it's Tafik Franck the number 14, Bruno Di Gregorio the number 7, Raimi Rahim the number 1, Vaughan Audrain the number 8, Angelo DiMarco the number 9, Bunyad Mohammadi the number 16 rather, Massimo Basolu the number 10, Murad Idris the number 20 playing against his former club, Shaz Ramlee, a new signing for this season wearing the number 15, and Morteza Ali Doost also coming over from the Spearwood Lions wearing the number 6. So definitely should be an entertaining contest. Two sides that you think would be evenly matched. They met in the top flight, not last season, but last winter season, where it was the Perth Pumas who were victorious 3-1, but after a stint in the SFL, Longobarda have come back rejuvenated and looking a lot stronger than they did in last winter season, and they're looking to make a bit of a statement on the league. Here's Shaz Ramlee, gives it to Audrain. Audrain looking for the line, but can't find Idris. Jehel Alexander. Perth Pumas with the bye last week. Longobarda playing out a 1-1 draw with the Lions, and now here's Ramlee. Back to Audrain. Ramlee again. Audrain keeping the ball nicely with Shaz Ramlee, the former outdoor professional. Played in Malaysia for a couple of seasons, also for Rockingham City in the Western Australian MPL. Now Pumas regain possession. Here's Stephenson. Bennett Vesey circles back around, looking for options. Trying to find Jehel, but Ramlee puts the block in. Stephenson gives it to Alexander. Alexander looks to play the centre in Vesey. Vesey through to Jehel. Can he get there and keep it in? Not quite. Raimi does well. And it's Ramlee flicking it forward over the top. Here's a chance for Shaz Ramlee. Just missing the bottom corner. The ball over the top from Idris was perfectly timed, and Shaz Ramlee found himself in behind to score. Just couldn't hit the target. Ignachenko going long. A chance up the other end for Stephenson. Couldn't wrap his foot around it. Rahim to Ramlee. Idris, ball forward, cut out by Vesey. Centers it to Jehel. Jehel driving forward, loses out. Now it's Idris. Ramlee. Lovely ball over the top. Longobarda could be in behind again. And what a finish that is from Murad Idris against his former club. A great ball in from Audrain, right into the danger area, and Murad Idris adding the finishing touch. It's an early goal on the board for Perth Longobarda. And they'll be happy with that one. Vesey. John Connolly, his return to the side has been highly anticipated. The man who plays his outdoor football in the MPL for Sorrento. Second top scorer in the league last season. Rahim plays short to Mohammadi. Down the line to Ramlee, and maybe another chance for Shaz Ramlee. No, this time Longobarda definitely started off the better of the two sides. It's Finley Alexander looking for the line ball to Connolly. Can't quite pick him out. Mohammadi to Ramlee. Audrain making the run. Audrain's got him behind, but a good interception by Finlay Alexander. And Murad Idris, the goal scorer, makes way to the bench for The player coach and Bruno Di Gregorio all train as well. Subs on for Basolu. They've got it in behind again. Bunyad Mohammadi makes it 2-0. What a start Longobarda are having. There's a ball over the top. Well controlled by Bunyad Mohammadi and finishes it past Ignichenko, who's frustrated with the start the Pumas are having. They've got it all to do. Now it's Rory Wilkinson back on for his first minutes of the game, I should say. Gives it to Connolly. Connolly fakes onto the right, out wide to Jehel, looking to beat DeMarco. And that's a good effort from Amar Jehel, not missing by much. Raheem to DeMarco, looking for the line. Just couldn't quite keep it in. Jehel will take the side ball, gives it to Alexander. Alexander to Wilkinson. Out to Connolly. Connolly driving down the line. Jehel spins inside. Good feet from Amar Jehel, but looking for the ball out wide to Wilkinson. Now Basolu's on the break. Saved by Ignichenko. Wilkinson. He's got Connolly forward. As for Alexander. Chips it over the top. Wilkinson, maybe a chance here. He's ran out of real estate there, Rory Wilkinson. Raheem gives it to Basolu in the centre. And now over the top. Di Gregorio's got it in behind. It's 3-0. And Bruno Di Gregorio opens his account for this season. Perth Pumas getting caught out with the over-the-top balls every single time they're being played. And you'd think a timeout would be due to get called, but nevertheless, Gordon Tiong rallies on. And who would have seen this one coming? Going into the game, I would have tipped Longobarda, but not to be up 3-0 in 5 minutes. Connolly, can he try and set things right for the Pumas? Lovely sliding challenge from Basolu. And Matt Stephenson on now, the former first-team player for Supa-Liga when they were in the MPL. So a lot of talent on the court for the Pumas. It's just whether they can get it to gel. In the centre, it's given away by Wilkinson poorly, but Basolu happy to see it over. And it's Leon Gubbins, the youngster, on now for the Perth Pumas. Connolly off to the right. And fired off the right there by Wilkinson, but it was blocked on the way through by DeMarco. Out the line to Wilkinson. Ball wasn't disposed of on the line, so resulting turnover. And Bruno Di Gregorio gives it to Mortezarelli Deuced. And flicked forward by Basolu. And Deuced pressing out Wilkinson, but couldn't quite win it off him. Wilkinson shilling the ball over. Connolly, nice footwork. Stephenson, the 1-2 with Gubbins. Squares it. Well defended by Doust. Gubbins flicks it forward. Good ball for Stephenson. Good ball for Connolly, rather. Back rolls it to Wilkinson. Wilkinson goes down the right. Ball spills loose. Doust plays it into the runner, Basolu. Massimo Basolu, can he manufacture something? Doust, Basolu fires off the left, shot blocked. DeMarco playing it to Basolu. Connolly almost wins it up high. Basolu, ball forward. And not a bad effort there from Massimo Basolu to split the defense and find the back post. Angelo DeMarco just not getting there in time. Ignichenko gives it to Stephenson. Pumas, on a positive note, do have more than enough time to get back in the game, but they keep playing the way they are. It's not going to look likely. Wilkinson centers it. Connolly off the left, and it's gone in there. John Connolly taking a deflection, causing Rahimi to be off balance, and they've got one back, so game on, I guess. 3-1, 12 minutes to go in the first half. Ramlee back on for Longobarda, and they've started a little early. I didn't hear the referee's whistle go, so they're going to get another go at it. Matezarelli doused over the ball. We've got Tafik, Frank, Shaz Ramlee, and Massimo Basolu on. It's Connolly, Vesey, Wilkinson, and Gubbings on for the Perth Pumas. Ramlee. Oh, given away there cheaply, Shaz Ramlee. Tried to find Basolu, but couldn't. Vesey. Wilkinson in the centre, cut out by Ramlee. Basolu loses out, but a great save by Rahimi. Connolly on the follow-up. Still going John Connolly, and that's 3-2. Unbelievable. 3 goals in quick succession for Perth Pumas now. Or 3 goals in quick succession for Perth Longobarda. Now 2 on the board for Perth Pumas through John Connolly. And they get the big guns on. They get Audrain, Murad Idris, the creators of the first goal. They've got Bruno Di Gregorio back on, the scorer of the third. Bunyad Mohammadi, the scorer of the second. So plenty of firepower on the court for Longobarda. Murad Idris almost adding to the scoreline immediately. Di Gregorio getting back in defense. Mohammadi, Di Gregorio centers it. Murad Idris gets beyond them all. Blaze off Mohammadi. Idris is at the back post. Mohammadi went for goal. A good block coming in by Gubbings. Mohammadi up the line, and it's been missed there by Di Gregorio. Idris back to Rahimi. Back to Murad Idris, given away in the centre. Vesey, Connolly. Couldn't quite get as much power off the left that time. What a game we're having. All the games have been good this weekend. Do we have another cracker on our hands? Di Gregorio clears his lines. Ignichenko lets it run. Wilkinson walks it up the field, gives it to Vesey, down the line for Gubbings. Good first touch by Leon Gubbings. Cuts inside, plays Wilkinson. Wilkinson looking for the back post, had to keep it on the floor as the dual goal scorer John Connolly making his way to the benches. Amar Jehel back on. Di Gregorio tries to find the line, only rolling through as far as Ignichenko. Jehel, Gubbings finds Jehel in the centre. Out wide to Benavesi. Down the line to Jehel. Still going Amar Jehel. Can't beat Murad Idris. Idris doing well to calm things down. Audrain looking for the ball over the top. This worked well for them this game so far. And now it's Bennett Vesey. Brings it upfield. Ball in the centre, looking for Gubbins, who just can't bring it under control. And Longobarda will get possession back. It's Bruno Di Gregorio. Out wide to Idris. Idris flicks it forward. Intercepted by Vesey. Di Gregorio. Audrain. Mohammadi. Down the line for Audrain. But Ignichenko was brave and did enough to make the save. Mohammadi. Down the line. Audrain. Can he finish? Fired into Ignichenko. Given too much room there, I think Vaughan Audrain had more than enough, too much time from a Pumas perspective to get the shot off as Ignichenko parries. Now with Vesey, Gubbings, Wilkinson. And Wilkinson giving that one away there as Gubbings looking to make his way to the bench. Finlay Alexander. In fact, it's Dara O'Loughlin getting ready to make his debut in the MSL. The 16-year-old Dara O'Loughlin was part of the AFA state team for WA this year. And now Amar Jehel. Vesey. And Vesey just blasting that one forward to no one in particular. The Pumas have been a little bit wasteful looking for that ball to target. Longobarda a fair bit better in possession, and they're looking for the ball over the top again. Bunyad Mohammadi, can he cut inside? Mohammadi does well, but giving it away there to Wilkinson. Now the Pumas have a chance to counter. Wilkinson relaxes, gives it back to Jehel. Jehel assessing his options before Spraying it out wide to Wilkinson. Wilkinson looking for the return in the centre. Ramlee couldn't hit the target, but Shaz Ramlee looking dangerous on debut. The former West Coast Cobra, Shaz Ramlee, an excellent player, good fixo, really knows how to dictate the game from the back. Wilkinson, Vesey, centres it. Wilkinson with a chance, but a great save by Rahimi. He was in Team of the Week last week, and he's trying to make a case for that being the same again this week. Wilkinson up the line. Vesey out to the right. Now Dara O'Loughlin finds Jehel, is one-on-one with Ramlee. Cuts onto the left. Ramlee gets the block in. Rahimi pushes it around the post. Jehel hesitates for a second. Drain heads clear. Wilkinson. Dara O'Loughlin out to Jehel. Cuts inside him. Jehel shot off the right block, but he'll get it back. Vesey. Jehel. Tries to beat one. Tries to beat the second. Loses out. Mohammadi cuts it back. Across to Ramlee. Ramlee to Audrain. Audrain giving it to Gregorio. Ramlee. Audrain. Still going Audrain. Can't beat Ahmad Jehel. De Gregorio to Ramlee. Now Audrain plays Ramlee out on the right. Back rolls it to De Gregorio. First time out to Audrain. Back to De Gregorio. Mohammadi wants it in the centre. Audrain uses him. Good interception. And now a chance for the Pumas on the break. Jehel can't find a way through. As we see Massimo Basolu back on for Longobarda. Up the line to Jehel. Jehel looking for the return to O'Loughlin. Vesey, Jehel, Wilkinson, out to Vesey in the centre. Lovely ball. What a save by Rahimi. And Wilkinson obstructing the keeper, kicking it out of his hands, so he'll get the free kick. But another stellar stop by Rahimi. Shaz Ramlee. Out wide. Basolu through the legs. Frank. Basolu back to Ramlee. Has found Basolu free. Now they've got a 2-on-1. Basolu should have used Mohammadi at the back post. Went for glory and hit the side netting. But the Pumas looking exposed. It wasn't the best defending, if I'm being honest. Wilkinson. Vesey making the run. Opting for the line in. Dara O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin winning the sideline ball. Alexander fires off the right. Tipped over by Rahimi. O'Loughlin to take the corner. Alexander with the toe poke. And Alexander again, cut out in the centre. Basolu with a chance. Out wide to DeMarco. Can he work Basolu at the back post? Claimed by Ignachenko. O'Loughlin's in Akiz's space. Vesey on the left. Lovely interception by Ramlee. O'Loughlin does well to win it. To not win it back for the Pumas, but he gets the toe in, puts it out for a side ball, and allows his team to reset. Ramlee to Frank. Ramlee again. Basolu back to Ramlee. DeMarco across the court. Basolu tries to go through the legs to Wilkinson. Wilkinson breaks forward. And the Perth Pumas get the ball back. Wilkinson, O'Loughlin, Alexander. Through ball, O'Loughlin! That wasn't far away at all. What a goal. That would have been on debut for Darragh O'Loughlin, but not that time. Rory Wilkinson up the line to Alexander. And another fine stop by Raheem. Power off the boot, Alexander. They want the equaliser. This game's really stepped up a notch in intensity in the last couple of minutes. And that ball flashing across the back post by Rory Wilkinson. Nobody there to tap it in. It's John Connolly back on. He'll be looking to get another one on the scoreboard. Alexander, not the best first touch, but gets away with it. Now he's driving forward, gives it away. Frank, a good chance, but a great save by Ignichenko. I think Alexander has to be careful there. This last man trying to play those risky type of balls. He goes for a long one again. That one's better. Darragh O'Loughlin coming close again. Ramlee. Di Gregorio. Lovely flick from Basolu. Can't pick out a blue shirt rather. Ignichenko to Connolly. Stephenson trying to find Alexander. Running out of play as Murad Idris back on for Longobarda. Di Gregorio gives it to Ramlee. Ramlee to Basolu. Looking for the one-on-one with Alexander. Tries to find Ramlee in centre. Alexander. Connolly. Still going John Connolly. Alexander. Murad Idris blocks. Di Gregorio almost giving it away. Clears his lines on the second attempt. And 1 minute and 13 seconds left on the clock. Will we see a goal before halftime? Saw 5 goals in the opening 8 minutes, and it's been quiet ever since. Stephenson, Connolly. Lovely ball by Connolly. Stephenson. Was there a handball by Basolu? Referee says no. Basolu trying to get on the outside of O'Loughlin. Cuts inside on the left now. But well defended by Darragh O'Loughlin. Ramlee. Di Gregorio. Connolly. Tries to play Stephenson through. But a sliding challenge by Bruno Di Gregorio. Sees it go out of play. O'Loughlin gives it out to the right. Connolly back to O'Loughlin. Stephenson looks in the centre. Raheem collects it. And a long ball by Raheem, looking for Bruno Di Gregorio's run, but Ignichenko cleans it up. Connolly, one-on-one with Ramlee. 15 seconds left on the clock. John Connolly fires off the right, well defended by Ramlee. Still going Connolly, still going. And Idris clears, 7 seconds left. And a foul going the way, in fact no. Rahimi keep his ball. Idris bringing it forward. Di Gregorio, is there enough time? Not quite. Ignichenko collects. And going into halftime, it's Longobarda 3, Perth Pumas 2. Longobarda's goal scored by Bunyad Mohammadi, Murad Idris, and Bruno Di Gregorio. Whilst it's a John Connolly double for the Perth Pumas, we'll go back to we'll have a quick ad break and be back in just a moment with all the action. And we're about to get back underway. Idris restarts. Ramlee, ball over the top. Brought down by Jehel, and now Connolly's on the break. Jehel to the left of him, tries to use him. Idris defends gallantly for Longobarda. Ignatchenko to Connolly. Connolly looks down the line for Vesey, can't quite find him. And now Vaughan Ordrain with the ball deep on the far side of the court, gives it to Idris. Idris looks for the line, Ramlee loses out. Idris finds centre and gets the return. Murad Idris can't beat Ignatchenko. It has come alive. Murad Idris playing very well. Mohammadi Idris not disposed of off the line correctly by the number 20. Pumas will get a chance to restart here. Wilkinson down the line to Vesey. Jehel on the right. Returns it with Vesey, but Ramlee wins it back, and now Longobarda on the break. Shaz Ramlee with the toe poke. But a good save by Andrei Ignatchenko. Ramlee. Mohammadi. Poor pass. Sees possession, turnover. Jehel. Vesey looking to return the ball to Jehel, but it was blocked by Vaughan Ordrain in the centre. Jehel swings it onto the left. I'm not even sure if that was a save or a block, but well defended by Longobarda nonetheless. Jehel centres it for Connolly, and that's the equaliser. John Connolly single-handedly off his boot pulls the Pumas back into the contest. They looked down and out in the early stages of the match, but now they've got the momentum as the subs roll on for Longobarda. DeMarco, Di Gregorio, Basolu, and Doust. A full change for the men in blue. It's Angelo. In fact, it's Basolu looking for Angelo DeMarco. Vesey blocks the line. Basolu plays centre. Di Gregorio back to Basolu. Di Gregorio again. Through ball. Not far away. And now Connolly's driving forward. No real options. Uses Jehel and is patient. Wilkinson. Switches play to Connolly. Connolly forward. Jehel is there. He's rounded him. But can't keep the ball in play. Amar Jehel.
One edge. One edge. Amar middle there. John. John middle. Amar left.
Di Gregorio out wide to Doust. Switches play to Basolu and makes the run. Basolu finds Doust down the line. Back to Basolu. Centers it. DeMarco. Ignatchenko. Forward ball to Connolly. This is where it's dangerous. Connolly cuts in on the right. But well defended by Bruno Di Gregorio, who held his ground and got the defensive block in. Connolly centers it, looking for Vesey. Wilkinson fires off the right. Rebounds all the way back to Ignatchenko. Jehel. Wilkinson. Connolly in the center. Cuts onto the left. But Di Gregorio is there to block it again. Connolly up the line. Jehel lets it roll under his foot. Ignatchenko looking for the long ball to Connolly, cut out by Di Gregorio. And tries to find DeMarco on the left, but can't do so on this occasion.
John, 1 minute.
Wilkinson to Vesey. Connolly battling forward in the centre. Still going John Connolly. Can he get his fourth? Looks to go in the middle. Vesey, clear chance. Discuss his effort. Should have done better there, Bennett Vesey. Vesey up the line. O'Loughlin cracks it off the right. It's hit the post. Rebounded back out. Now a chance for Longobarda. A scuff clearance. It's fallen to Basolu. Ignatchenko boosts it upfield. Right on there from Andrei Ignatchenko. As we see Tafik Frank come on for Longobarda. He scored in the 1-1 draw last week. De Gregorio has it in the centre. Plays Frank on the left. Basolu. But Rory Wilkinson hot on his tail. De Gregorio. Ball in the middle, looking for DeMarco. Up the line to Basolu. Through ball, but it's cut out by Stephenson. DeMarco tries to win it back. Frank. Basolu. Back post. Fallen to the feet of Frank. Can he finish? DeMarco going for the sliding shot, but Wilkinson did enough to put him off. Ignatchenko drops it at the feet of Stephenson. And now Wilkinson. Line ball for Darrow Lachlan. Looks to flick it on, but not this time. Basolu trying to get beyond Vessi. Vessi clears his lines. Basolu. De Gregorio firing off the right. De Gregorio gives it to Basolu up the line. Lays it off for Frank. Murad Idris at the back post. Idris battling forward in the centre. Trickled out of bounds for the Perth Pumas is Finley Alexander. On again. Stephenson lobs it forward. Ball wasn't on the line. It'll be a turnover. Frank. De Gregorio. Ordrain. Frank. Out wide to Idris. Back to De Gregorio. Flicks it forward. Now a chance for Idris. Couldn't quite hit the target. But he's in and amongst the offensive play for Longobarda again. The reverse ball by Wilkinson looking for Roy Lachlan. Couldn't quite wrap his foot around it. Ramlee holds it for a second, giving it to Idris. Now Ordrain. Frank. Back to Ordrain. Frank makes the forward run. They almost didn't follow to Fig Frank's run, but luckily from a Perth Pumas perspective, Rory Wilkinson was there to make the interception. Idris back to Ordrain, looking for the through ball. Idris gets it under control. Frank, a real chance. And it's put Longobarda back in the lead to Fig Frank. 2 goals in as many matches. And it was a well-worked one at that. It was Vaughan Ordrain, Murad Idris, and finished off by the number 14, who makes his way to the bench for Bunyad Mohammadi. Can Longobarda hold their lead now? Pumas have come back from 3 goals down. You'd figure they can do it again. Alexander fires off the right. Raheem with a good stop. Jehel with the corner. Alexander again! That was a thunderbolt there by Finlay Alexander. Just being tipped over by Raheem, and they've got a corner again. O'Loughlin, Jehel off the left, is deflected. And another corner. In fact, it hasn't been given by the referee, despite the protest of the Pumas. Ramlee over the top. Stephenson, Jehel tries to get beyond Ramlee. The Longobarda captain does enough. Sideline ball deep in Longobarda's half. Ramlee flicks forward, looking for Idris. Ordrain, Ramlee. Ordrain makes a run, flicked on by Mohammadi. O'Loughlin heads clear. Idris. Back to Mohammadi. Idris flicks it on. Stephenson, ball forward. Jehel's got space to drive. Looking for the back post in Alexander, but it's cut out by Ramlee. He's got Idris on the left, uses him. Back to Ramlee with the toe poke. but Ignichenko makes the save. And a rolling foul called against the Pumas. Up the line to Audrain. Now Bunyad Mohammadi back to Audrain. Gives it to Idris on the right. Idris fires, but they've got a corner. And Idris looks to have pulled a muscle in his arm. He's making his way to the bench. Should it be Mateza Ali Deuce to come on the court? Audrain. Toe poke off the left. Looking for that corner, but not to be on this occasion. Ignichenko. Now Jehel. 10 minutes for the Pumas to respond. O'Loughlin in the middle. Cleared by Ramlee. And the ball getting lost behind the stands. The new ball's been put into play, and it will be Ahmad Jehel to get us restarted. Plays it to Connolly. He's been very good today, John Connolly. Scored a hat-trick. Can he add to the Pumas tally again? Alexander looking down the line for O'Loughlin, but it was intercepted by Mohammadi. O'Loughlin centre, Connolly, Jehel. Can't find the return. Looking for O'Loughlin at the back post. The Longobarda hold their shape. It's Dara O'Loughlin gives it to Jehel. Lovely dummy by Alexander. Looking for Connolly centre. Connolly holds up well. Trying to manufacture a shot. Gets it out to Alexander. He looks for the return. They've got a sideline ball, the Pumas. In the centre. And Ramlee boots it upfield. As Leon Gubbing's coming on for Dara O'Loughlin. Ahmad Jehel looking for Connolly. Can he turn? Well defended by Ramlee. O'Loughlin with the shot. Falls to the feet of Douse. Lovely challenge. And now a 3-on-1 for the Pumas. Connolly, can he finish? Rahimi claims it. Now a 3-on-1 at the other end. Audrain. Still going Audrain. Lays it off. Back post. Great save by Ignichenko. Mohammadi on the follow-up. But Ignichenko again. And a long ball for Connolly. And Connolly wins the sideline ball for the Pumas. Jehel tries to cut in on the right. Body check by Doust. Ramlee. Basolu. Alexander clears up to Raheem. Ramlee on the ball again. To his left in Basolu. Basolu finds Mohammadi. Mohammadi down the line for Ramlee. Ramlee looking for the return over the top. Can Bunyad Mohammadi find a shot? Still going Mohammadi. Squares it. And there's the goal. 5-3. It's Mateza Ali Deuce. After some great hold-up play by Bunyad Mohammadi, who's got a goal and an assist to his name. And Tafiq Frank back on. Bruno Di Gregorio back on. And after coming all the way from 3-0 down to tie the scores, the Perth Pumas find themselves 5-3 down once again. Vesey for Connolly. If anyone can change the game, it's going to be him. Connolly! Great save by Raheem. Didn't see it until late, but got a heel on it to push it around the post. Connolly. Back row for Vesey. Still going Vesey. And a Longobarda ball. Douse wants it up top. Basolu chips it to Douse, who can't quite keep it in. Vesey given away. Douse wins it back. Basolu. Frank. Back to Basolu. Cuts inside Basolu. And not far away there, Massimo Basolu. Good and Tiong calling a timeout, and I think that was a bit overdue. And we'll go to a quick out break and be back in a moment.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week at Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
And Longobarda break from their huddle. Pumas are ready to go. Ignichenko with the ball. Gives it to Stephenson. And back to Vesey. Stephenson looking for the line, but can't find Wilkinson. DeMarco in the centre. Frank runs out of real estate, and the Pumas will get it back. 7 minutes to go. Connolly. Vesey. Back to Connolly. Looking to go one-on-one with Di Gregorio and does. Can't quite find an opening. Resets with Stephenson. Vesey in the centre. Wilkinson in the battle with Basolu, who gets the better of him. And Basolu still going Basolu. He's got DeMarco at the back post and finds him. It's 6-3 to Longobarda. And that you would have to say is game, set, match. Lovely play from Massimo Basolu. A good run from DeMarco, and he gets the reward. Connolly to get the Pumas restarted. It started off so badly, then it went well, and now it's gone badly once again for the Perth Pumas. 3 consecutive goals for both sides. Can the Pumas, who came back from 3-0 down to equalise at 3-3, score the next 3 goals in the last 5 minutes and tie the game 6-all? That's the question. Connolly. So I need to get the first on the board rather quickly. Vesey tries to find Connolly at the back post, tipped away by DeMarco. And Connolly to take the corner. Up the line to Wilkinson. Back to Connolly. Here's the funnel that everything goes through for the Perth Pumas. They've been looking for him all night. He scored a hat-trick, but he can't do it all on his own. His other teammates haven't necessarily stepped up the same way he has. Audrain trying to beat Stephenson. To feed Frank. Now a chance for Audrain to make it 7-3. Ignichenko with a good save, and the ball was still alive, but cleared by Stephenson. Longobarda almost adding a 7th on the board. And up the line to Frank. Now Ramlee fires off the right, blocked by DeMarco, who tries to beat Stephenson, but he gets a little shin on it, and Longobarda will get the side ball back. DeMarco. Ball wasn't on the line. We've seen that on a few occasions tonight. And DeMarco. In fact, it's Matt Stephenson getting talking to. I think referee Tom Clavius just going over the rule. And I'm not sure what's happened here. Looks like Longobarda still have the ball somehow. Bunyad Mohammed will take it. Will he get it right this time? He will, but he gives it away. Gubbins. That's you looking through for Gubbins. Ramlee wins it back. Out to Frank. Pumas employing a high press. Flicked on. Gubbins. Ball forward. Murad Idris on for Longobarda. Jehel on as well for the Perth Pumas. Cuts in on the left. What a goal by Ahmad Jehel! The Pumas have a lifeline. 3 minutes and 50 to go. And Ahmad Jehel, that's a contender for goal of the week. Fakes on the right, shimmies onto the left and blasts it into the roof of the net. It's all Drain giving it to Ramlee. Or Drain flicking it forward. Jehel, he's got fire in his belly. He'll believe that the Pumas can get something out of this game. Vessi, saved by Rahim, falls out to Mohammadi. He's had an excellent game tonight. Bunyad Mohammadi loses out on this occasion. Jehel, top of the D, still going Jehel. Was he fouled? Referee says yes. And now a chance for the Perth Pumas to go within a goal. A foul at the top of the D. Will it be Jehel or Wilkinson to strike? It looks like it will be the latter lining up. Rahim setting up his wall. And if they do score here, it's game on. Lays it off to Vessi. But a great save by Rahim, who's been stellar all evening. Vessi across to Wilkinson. Back across to Vessi. Shot blocked by Mohammadi. He's been doing it at both ends. And it's a corner kick for the Perth Pumas. Jehel off the right, blocked behind by Mohammadi once again. 2 minutes and 14 to go on the cusp of stop block territory. And Idris somehow flicking that one over the bar. Jehel off the right and blocked again by Longobarda. O'Loughlin, ball to the back post. In fact, it was Gubbings rather. Jehel down the line. Vessi back to Jehel. Loses out to Idris. Can't beat Vessi. And now a chance for Pumas. Can they make it count? Wilkinson. Poor first touch. Couldn't get the shot off. And a timeout being called by the Longobarda coach, William Mena. A minute 41. The clock will stop. Scores at 6-4. We'll go to a quick break and be back in just a moment. Longobarda are ready to go. Tiong having some final words with the Perth Pumas.
Full press, yeah boys, full press.
And we'd just like to apologise for some of the instant replays not working. We're employing some new camera angles and it will take a while for the streaming team to get used to, but we'll hope in the next game we'll be able to get it correct. As Tafiq fragged that one last coming off the number 14. Jehel, Alexander. They've got John Connolly back on. Alexander gives it away. Basolu, lovely first touch. Still going Massimo Basolu. Slid out there, did Ignatchenko to clear. And it's Basolu. Plays it up the line. Di Gregorio. Back to Basolu. Tried to beat Wilkinson. Back post ball. But it's been won back by the Pumas. And now a chance for Connolly. Jehel. Good save by Rahim. Rahim will be up there in the man of the match votes for this evening. He had an amazing performance last week and he's backed it right up. Plenty of stops he's made. Plenty of great stops as well. As Ramlee gets it over the top. And couldn't keep his shot down. Wilkinson runs into danger. Basolu, this will seal it. Couldn't find the target. Ignichenko still made sure by tipping it over. And 47 seconds to go. It looks like it will be the first win of the season for Perth Longobarda. They've played well. They have earned it. A couple of sloppy patches, but overall you'd have to say they've been the better side. And they've got the goals to show for it. Still plenty of positives for the Perth Pumas. A couple of youngsters making their debut to the league. And Jehel, can he finish? Not quite. That was a chance they needed from the man they wanted it to be. But he couldn't find the back of the net on this occasion. It was Basolu, still going, Basolu, still going. What a goal from Massimo Basolu. And that will be a goal of the week contender for sure. We've seen a couple of them. 7 goals to 4, Longobarda lead. 30 seconds left on the clock. And Massimo Basolu opens his account in the Supa-Liga for this season. Connolly, Vessi, Jehel, cuts inside Jehel. Back rolls up for Connolly. Frank, lovely feet to hold it up. Ramlee.
Follow, Benny!
Over the top, Di Gregorio in behind. Couldn't get his touch right, Bruno Di Gregorio. Connolly shimmies inside. On the left, and Longobarda put the block in. Pumas will get a corner. Connolly, another save by Raheem. Scuffed clearance by Frank and Wilkinson, but Raheem diving across his goal. Make sure it's not going anywhere near it. And it will only be a consolation if the Pumas do get one back, but with 5 seconds left, they've got a corner. Wilkinson up the line. Jehel, back post ball, no one there. And cleared by Ramlee. That'll do it. Perth Longobarda win the game 7 goals to 4. And pick up their first 3 points of the season. The Perth Pumas, after having a bye in the first game, is 0-1. And it looked like Perth Longobarda with 7 individual goal scorers. Quite an amazing feat to say the least. It was Tafiq Frank, Bruno Di Gregorio, Vaughan Audrain, Bunyad Mohammadi, Massimo Basolu, Murad Idris and Morteza Ali Doust all finding themselves on the score sheet for the Perth Pumas. John Connolly scoring a hat-trick and Amar Jehel scoring that consolation goal at the end. And just a touch on our next clash between Perth AFC and Andinos. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with all the coverage. Make sure you stick around, grab yourselves a snack. Don't go anywhere. It doesn't get better than this.